The news. We're going to blow through this stuff because a lot of stuff happened, extensions happened, but also games have been happening. First up, the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, are the best team in the major leagues, at least by record, and they just advanced to be 8-1 after officially sweeping the Mariners with another walk-off victory. Mike Yastrzemski hit a 3-run homer for the Giants, who are 8-1, off to the best start since 2003, even better than a 107 win season a couple years ago. Camilo Duvall escaped a base-loaded jam after blowing the save to be bailed out by Wilmer Flores with a hitting in an RBI single, hitting in that winning run. He has been a hero so far this year. He is leading that team in home runs. For a guy who they didn't know if he was going to be on the team to start spring training, he is leading them to victory. That's what I meant to say. Wow. Speaking of the Mariners, unfortunately, Victor Robles took a spill, making an amazing catch into right field corner. He seems to be injured on the play, and they're going to get him checked out. But right after he makes his plays, when Wilmer Flores hits the game winner. Here it is. It's into the corner. There's a lot of netting over there. As you can see right here in the bottom corner. And he flies in, makes an amazing catch, comes up, and seems to be not feeling great. My fingers are crossed. So is everyone here in the office, because they're Mariners fans. He is the guy they're going to need if they're going to turn around this 3-7 record to start the year. Back to Philly. The Phillies win, take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Nick Castellanos hits a grand slam off the first pitch that Alex Vesia threw after Tally Glasnow loaded the bases. Not anything you want to see as a reliever, throwing one pitch, giving up a granny, cashing in all 3 of your starters' runs. Not great for Glasnow, not great for Vesia there. But then he settled down and got out of the inning without any further damage. Teoscar Hernandez homered twice and had 5 RBIs as the Dodgers came back in that game to tie it later. The Dodgers went ahead with a 3-run 7 against Philadelphia's bullpen. Jordan Romano started that inning and then was relieved by the guy who throws all the sliders. I can never remember his name because it's very, very hard to remember. Bryce Harper then led off the 7th with a line drive to center that absolutely tore Pajes into knots. I don't know if you guys saw it live, but I did. I was like, what just happened? Knuckleball, tough play. Andy Pajes did his best, but then Stott then scored later on an Edmundo Sosa beat out a double play, or to avoid a double play, to win the game. And that inevitably ended up being the winning run in an 8-7 victory for the Philadelphia Phillies with a save by Jose Alvarado. Over on the other side of things, Justin Turner's error allows Fernando Tatis Jr. to score the go-ahead run in the Padres' 8-7 win over the Chicago Cubs, another team that's really hot. Luis Arias had 4 hits. Fernando Tatis scored the go-ahead run in the 9th inning, like I already mentioned, and first baseman Justin Turner couldn't make the catch to finish the play, and the Padres beat the Cubs. Red Sox, fresh off of signing their whole team to extensions, sweep a day-night doubleheader, capped off by a Sunday night baseball game against the Cardinals. They absolutely come out of their shoes against Miles Michaelis, who allowed 9 runs on 11 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Not how you want to start your season. Bregman hit a 3-run homer. Career high with 6 RBIs. Still continues to rake in Fenway. Rafael Devers has gotten hot after striking out every single time for the first 5 days or so, and had 4 hits in the 18-7 win in the first game. And they also won the second game, 5-4. More bad news for the Dodgers. Blake Snell goes in the IL with some shoulder inflammation. Doesn't seem like a huge deal, but he's on the 15-day injured list. Fortunately, they have 500 starting pitchers, but losing a guy in a second start is nothing you want to see. It's backdated to Tuesday, so he's expected to miss about 2 starts. Hopefully, it's just a shoulder fatigue situation. The top Rockies prospect Chase Dollander found out he was getting called up by getting an email confirming his hotel in Denver, which is hilarious. This stuff happens all the time. They also released a video of them like kind of messing with him in AAA, trying to tell him that he was going, but you could tell he's like, Oh yeah. What do you mean? Like you could totally tell that he knew, and I loved it. I was like, he knows. He so knows. And so you can get the vibe, guys. Usually you can tell someone gets hurt, you're like, it's gonna be me, right? I kind of knew too when I was getting called up, but pretty funny that the traveling secretary seems to be on top of their stuff because he got his email ready for his flight before anyone even told him. Sometimes people find out on Twitter. Sometimes people find out that they're fired on email. I would love to find out an email. If I'm going to find out anything, I want to know that I'm going to the big leagues. So, and also, the guy looks good, even though his first runs was a homer to JJ Bleday, but ended up getting a win in his debut, which is also always a good thing. And finally, the Pittsburgh Pirates have agreed to return the Roberto Clemente sign up instead of whatever this advertisement is. Here's a quote from the Pirates president, Travis Williams. He said, "We did not intend to disrespect the legacy of Roberto Clemente by adding an advertisement to the pad in right field. When we added the advertisement to the pad, it was an oversight not to keep the number 21 logo." You don't say. This is ultimately on me, not anyone else in the organization. It was an honest mistake. We'll be adding 21 logo back to the pad. Roberto Clemente Jr. expressed that his family was not very happy about it, and rightly so. I wouldn't be happy either. But that is the news.